Welcome to the Karate 360 podcast. I'm your co-host, Richard Mosdell, and I have with me...
Kalen Anglos, the other co-host.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We really appreciate it. We're going to give you some fantastic karate info, some fire, some insight, and here comes the intro.
Karate 360, let's start the show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's the thing that we love. Karate! Sanroku Maru. To the point, fast, quick. I like it.
Absolutely.
What's happening, Richard Mosdell?
The world is a wonderful place.
It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful world, as they say.
I've been teaching in one of the middle schools every single class for the last few weeks.
I saw you've been crazy going to every single thing, taking Owen with you, I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at the end of the class, after I had a really great time punching and kicking, and doing the hit therapy and everything, I sit them down in a circle, they're sweating. Normally, they're pretty smiling. You know, I'm pretty good. And I go, all right, I want to talk to you guys because I'm from the future.
Oh, here we go.
And they go, what? You from the future? Like,
here we go.
You did like
Let's
a flying sidekick, snapped time and space. I'm like, I'm
yeah,
from the future.
Pretty much.
So I've been in middle school, I've been in a high school, university, got jobs, traveled the world. And when I tell you, the future is awesome. And the teachers always kind of light up at that point because it's a big thing for middle school kids, right?
100%.
That's the danger years,
yeah,
right?
100%.
And I go, the future is awesome. Never worry about it. It's going to be great. You're going to get through this. You just try your best, try hard, be a good person. I'm telling you, from the future, I'm telling you, the future is great. And they love it. They're like,
they eat it up.
Eat it up, eat it up.
It's
awesome. Some
awesome.
of them go, it's corny. But
Yeah, of course.
No.
And the junior school ones, I think, are the ones that you really need to say that to for the most part, because they are not listening to, and it's good that you came in and said it, because they're not going to listen to their teachers who are going to say it. They're not going to listen to their parents. They're not going to listen to their brother, sister, or whatever. It's good for somebody to come in, especially I think martial arts or karate sensei, to come in and give that message, send that message to them, because I mean it just gives them that enlightenment from somebody else, like somebody outside of their usual world, especially after you've just given them a wicked workout where they're probably sweating and hurting and stuff like that. So it's good. I think those are the most important guys you need to give that message to, and I think you're the right person to give it to them.
Well,
and you are from the future, so
I am from the future.
Yeah, as your hair will show.
Exactly. That's how you glue it on.
That's how you
in
glue
the
it
future.
on.
Well, it's funny because at first, they're in their comfort zone. They don't want to look. They want to enjoy it. They don't want to look like geeky, cool and stuff. And then, eventually get them warmed up, having some fun games, and volunteer comes up. Of course, some of the kids have done martial arts and karate and stuff. And they want to show me. And then I'll snap out a kick, and this. And they're like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't mess with it.
Yeah.
And I go, you guys, I'm going to make you guys look like you're on a karate movie poster today. And they go, really? And I stretch them out and do stuff. And so by the end, when we're doing the typhoon game and swinging around, they're just, now I walk into the school and they're like, hey, karate, it's Richard Sensei. Hey, Richard Sensei.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for marketing too.
It's good.
And even for when we did the Camosun classes here, when I was running that, or when I went to the other schools and did it, I used to always like to get them, because they feel kind of goofy sometimes doing it, but I always found that when you got them to ki, you showed them what a ki was, and you got them all to ki to get the ki. We're not doing this till everybody in this room ki's. Exactly. They just open up completely, because they realize, well, we're all being goofs and we're all in this together.
Totally.
And then the lesson just goes on from there. So that was always my favorite thing.
Well, there's your comfort zone, which nothing nice happens.
Yeah.
And then there's the magic zone, which that's where all the magic happens.
100%.
You gotta reach.
That's right. And you have to go outside your comfort zone 100% with everything. That's like a life lesson from the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I always say if you're comfortable, you get complacent, right? Like it's too easy. And I find myself having this often too. I just go on with my day-to-day stuff and I keep doing the same thing over and over again. I get comfortable, and then all of a sudden I'm not maybe doing those things that I do over and over again.
There's day-to-day stuff?
There is day-to-day stuff. Day-to-day stuff.
There's no normal day.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's still day-to-day stuff though. There's still day-to-day stuff. There's no normal day. There is no normal day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
But if you get comfortable just doing the same stuff, I find you just got to get out of the comfort zone and do something. Just dive into something.
Totally.
Like karate.
Exactly.
Or the Karate 360 podcast.
Karate 360 podcast coming at you.
Coming at you from Kenden Sports Karate. How's things been here for the past week?
Things are really positive.
We got lots of stuff happening, that's for sure.
We can see massive number of people in the club. We're talking more than hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. And really trying to service all the members well. And we have the big tournament coming up this weekend, First Island Karate Championships.
Yeah, so just on Vancouver Island, there'll be some people from the mainland coming.
There are people from the mainland coming.
Yeah,
yes.
there is. I know. And Nick, the club manager, was telling me that the membership is at like 120, which is a lot for Vancouver Island.
A first tournament.
That's crazy.
It's a lot.
That's a lot for Vancouver Island. That's a lot. Like, I've never remembered a Vancouver Island tournament having over 120 athletes.
Well, a long time ago, there was a Victoria tournament that would sometimes get 300.
Okay, that was past my time.
But that was a long time.
That was a long time. I never. The biggggest one for me growing up. Oh man, I don't even know what the biggest one would have been. The zone qualifiers, maybe, like not even. I know
80 people.
80 people. Yeah, maybe the Camel River tournament got to 80 people. Maybe I don't know, but 102 people, 120 people, whatever it is.
No, it's big. And next year it'll double. Next year it'll be bigger. More people come from the mainland.
And the biggest one of them all, coming up a month from today.
Canada Open.
The Canada Open Karate Championship.
It's so big that it's like a concert that at some point we're actually going to turn registration off.
And there will be a band come out and the lights will go off and it will actually be a concert.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you...
Actually, there's going to be singing there because Nigel's going to knock it out of the park with the Canadian anthem.
That's such a good choice. I love that.
He did it the second day because we couldn't get the...
Where was I on that? He's like last year?
Last year he did the second day.
I don't know where I was.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, there's so much happening.
Throwing peanuts in the back, I guess. Exactly. I don't know.
Well, you were doing some of the podcasts and coaching.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, but Nigel, I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's such a good musical artist and as a martial artist. It'd be cool if he competes because I know he competed. Was it provincials or something? He competed.
He did.
I'd like to see him compete again.
Yeah,
his kata was sharp.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's going to be good. The Canada Open June 2nd and 3rd. You guys can sign up. Excuse me as I choke on my own spit over here. At the karatebc.org. Sign up if you haven't already.
That's right.
We got membership coming in from 7 different countries.
Oh, I think now 12.
12 different countries.
I think every day I've had to send out an invitation letter after they paid. Letter goes out so that they can take it to a local embassy.
That's awesome.
Officials and athletes, England, Italy, a lot of people from around Asia. And there's a lot of people who just say, hey, give me an invitation letter.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm like, well, if you pay, you get one.
Yeah.
And so they paid. So I'm like, well, okay, great.
Then you can come on. Yeah, no, it's good.
And in the Kalen Anglos world.
Oh, man, it's been busy. It's been busy. Lots of stuff going on, training lots of people. Trained Marnie here tonight. I always, people often get discouraged when they get an injury. But I'm always encouraged, and I always like to encourage people to keep trying to train. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago where you can still train when you're injured, and it'll help you get over those kind of mental blocks, those kind of things where you're feeling in the gutters a little bit. You're feeling, if you're injured, you can't do maybe 100% of what you could have done before, but you can still do something.
Yes.
Most of the time, depending what your injury is. So when you see somebody who's maybe feeling down a little bit because they're injured, feeling like they're not working out as hard as they can, they're not really seeing those improvements, to see them come in, get a good workout, and leave feeling like saying, oh, I'm out of my rut type thing, like I'm feeling good, that is the most encouraging thing for me. That's what I really like to see when I work one-on-one with somebody. So shout out to Marnie for getting through that. That's been awesome.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Like, other people get injured and they just disappear.
100%. Yeah, I see it all the time. It's disappeared, and yeah, she just keeps trying. Like, her perseverance is awesome. So that's been a big thing for me this week, is just being motivated by that. But yeah, of course, lots coming up. Teaching the karate classes here, and Canada Open, of course, coming up. So lots of stuff happening. I'm going to have some more data collection coming. We got that brainwave study coming. Actually, I just was at UVic a couple days ago getting the Muse set up, trying to figure that out, basically reading my own brainwaves.
That's hilarious.
It was pretty cool.
And anything happened up there?
No, not really. I fell asleep, actually. No, it's going to be cool. We're going to measure, we've talked about it, but we're going to be measuring brainwaves in martial arts athletes and seeing how it's different from just cycling or something else like that, to see if it improves your brain function. So that's going to be really cool, and something outside of my comfort zone, as I've talked about. I'm not a neuroscientist at all, but to be able to work with martial arts athletes in any capacity is great. So
absolutely,
digging in the brainwaves is going to be good.
Actually, we had the event manager for the BC Games in tonight.
That's right, Andrew. Yeah.
So Andrew, big shout out to you. It was awesome. And then he really wanted to do karate.
I saw. So he got in there, he started throwing some punches.
Yeah, okay, I started with punches. He was loving it. He wanted to kick, punch. Like, great. Finally, he's sparring Owen at the end. Right?
Yeah, he looked good. Like, he looked pretty sharp. His punches were quick.
Nice and fit.
Yeah.
And so the next games will be up at Fort St. John. We'll be flying up there. Everyone will arrive this time Wednesday night.
Okay.
So Thursday, we'll actually have half a day free. So I'm thinking of maybe doing some fitness testing.
Nice.
Doing some mental prep, like mental strength training, that sort of thing.
Sure.
I was thinking for this round, I wonder if we should like put heart rate monitors on all the athletes or something like that.
Oh, we could for sure do that.
Like that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. 100%. Yeah, we could bring our big system, the system we got at UVic. We can bring it for sure.
Exactly.
That'd be awesome to see and track, and I could use some data. So
I
could always take it. Yeah. No, it's good. Just looking into the WKF world, not a lot on tap coming up here. The next tournament is going to be next weekend, May 10th to 13th, is the European Karate Federation Senior Championships in Serbia. But I also see here that the K1 Premier League standings update after 4 events. So
okay.
Let me just see what it says here. After 4 tournaments, the standings of karate's first-class series of international competitions show the biggest names in the sport on top of the different categories. So just going over things like Sandra Sanchez is a big one on here. Sarah Ozchalek, I've never heard of her. Armand the Karateka is dominating the event. So this is just something that basically ranks the athletes based off of their K1 Premier League standings, and that we know is going to be important going towards the Olympic qualifiers and, of course, again, the World Championships, which is later this year. So WKF, it looks like after the next event, because right now there's only been the 3, let's see, there's been in January, there was the K1 in France. In February, there was the Premier League in Dubai, and then there was Rotterdam. So after the next, and there was Morocco. So there should be some standings now, but it just kind of goes over some of the key highlights. It doesn't actually give the standings, but just kind of looking at that and looking forward to the World Championships this year and what the standings are going to be. We talked a couple weeks ago about the qualifying events for the Olympics. Nothing's really changed there, but what's your take on the World Championships? Are the World Championships going to be the most points towards the Olympics, or are they going to be the same?
I think they'll be the highest points before the Olympics.
Yes. That's what I understand as well.
And last time, I think I misspoke last week because I said like this next 12 months is really key, but we're still 2018.
That's right.
So it's actually the next 2 years.
Yeah. So you still got time.
So but so the World Championships will be the biggest point getter.
Yeah.
You know.
Point getter.
Point getter. And just a segue, the Madrid World Championships have their website up and running now.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I see that now. And also tickets are available. We know if you can get your hands on them. We had looked, and they're not as expensive as we thought they might be.
Nope. It could change as time gets closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the website's up and running.
That's right. Karate2018.com is the website if you guys want to go and check that for the 24th Karate World Championship. Again in Madrid, Spain.
There's a theme here I've been seeing in not just our karate poster for Canada Open, but all karate images, where the initial picture for stuff is like the girls doing kata and there's 2 guys sparring, or the guys doing kata and 2 girls are sparring.
Yeah, 100%.
What other poster I was looking at? It was I think like the Montreal Open was the same thing, like the girls doing kata and then right beside there's 2 guys sparring.
Okay.
I see them doing the same thing here. It's nice that in the slide of pictures they have on their website, they have a para-athlete.
Yes, yeah, so they added that.
So, no, it's really cool.
So it looks like they have the schedule up right now, too, for the World Championships, or at least the preliminary schedule.
Cool.
So it's going to be from Tuesday, November 6th until Sunday, November 11th.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. That's a long tournament. Kata is going to be on the first day, both individual male and female kata.
But it's going to be big because last time they had 100 countries.
That's right.
Yeah. So they're going to need more time.
Yeah. So again, first day, Tuesday is going to be kata. Wednesday starts with kumite. Wednesday is going to be all kumites actually. Thursday you're going to have team katas and team kumites. So
32 teams, I think.
Yeah. So the Thursday is going to be just teams as well as para, and then Friday is going to be more team kumite as well as some repecharge matches, and then starting Saturday, November 10th is going to be the medal matches. So the bronze medal matches first into the finals, and then the medal awards, and then the final day, Sunday, is also going to be kata and kumite finals for male and female. So the actual divisions haven't been out yet, but
put the Team Kumite on the last day.
That's right. Yeah, they did. So
male Team Kumite is on the last day. Team Kata's on the last day. Interesting.
It looks like
female Team Kumite is on Saturday.
That's right. And it's like one of the last events. That's what we do at the Canadian Nationals. And I like it when the last event is the Team Kumite.
Yes.
And everybody kind of gathers around it and does that. It's looking good. A couple Canadian flavor we know at or what was the last K1? In Rotterdam, we had Haya was there, Daniel Gazinski was there. We also know Melissa Chan was there. None of them placed, but all of them did collect some points, I believe, because they got in the top 15.
Okay.
So there were some points carried over there for some of the Canada athletes, and I'm sure some of the U.S. athletes as well.
We should get points just for talking about the WKF tournaments.
We should. We would probably. Well, what do we have? 70. We'd have at least 78 points, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, one for each episode. Also, don't forget that you can watch all the WKF stuff live with the KarateWorld.tv, where you can catch the World Championships as well as all the WKF.
We should do it live. If we're not there at 2018, we should do like a thing here,
like a companion, like a fight companion, or whatever.
Yeah. We should watch it and just do a podcast and talk about it at the same time.
Awesome. And the next, and this is related to karate, the next Karate Combat is coming up, I think, next week. So Rafael Gaev, he went on. He won his first match in this full contact karate league. He's going to be in the next round. So
is this one in Miami, or is it Miami? What just happened? Inception.
Inception is the one in Miami, so that's the one that's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to be there competing against, I don't know, somebody else that came through. I saw another video of this event, and I don't know who either of these athletes were, but one guy was just getting the brakes beaten off of him. Like, it was not good. I thought, what is this guy doing in there? But again, it's another karate event, full contact or not, but we're keeping our eyes on it for sure. I'm interested to see what happens and how much Bitcoin they get.
And watching that Bitcoin go down and down is there one day.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe this wasn't the best idea.
Exactly.
They get some kind of cash thing on there. So, that's what's coming up in the karate world. That's what we got happening. There it is. You got
training.
Yeah, you got a technical tactical for us?
I do have a technical tactical for you.
Take it away. What is it?
Right. So this week we're doing a little bit more stretching.
Good. What kind of stretching you been doing?
Well, the club's been kind of grooving on the front split stretch this week.
The front split. So now when you say front split, do you mean your legs go to the side or your legs go forward and back?
Side.
Side. Okay.
So for us, a side split would be turning your torso to the left or the right side.
Okay.
A front split would be
when you're staying to the front.
Like a straddle when you're in the front.
Yeah, in the frontal plane, as us kinesiology nerds would say.
Right on. Right on. And showing the kids first how to warm up their hips to get to it.
Okay.
And then we're kind of talking in your realm here. So I'm going to talk more about how to use that front split in your kick.
In your kick. Okay, for just Kata Kumite or just a kick?
Yeah, so let's just talk about kicking.
Sure.
So first, when people are getting really stiff, one of the things I noticed is they have to lean into the pressure of the stretch.
Okay.
Not like, I'm in pain, I'm going to lean away from it.
Yes.
So you got to lean into it and you got to relax.
Okay.
You got to warm up the hip. And then for kicking, one of the things about twisting out the torso for the angle. So if you think of like lifting your leg, almost like you're doing a front kick or swinging your leg up, especially if you're doing a roundhouse kick or a hook kick, you got to get that base leg as far around as possible.
Yes.
The farther you get around, the more you can swing your weight into it, and the more reach you can get out of it.
Okay.
So when you see what we've been doing is taking the kids and like having to do a roundhouse kick, I've been holding their leg and they've been twisting. Okay, we're making karate movie poster images today. And so they're all trying to get the leg really, really high. But when it's interesting is you see them in a front split position.
Yeah.
Right? Or a side split, depending on which side they are. So we've been trying to get the kids to rotate that back foot. And one of the things we're doing is using the wall. So hands on the wall, rotate your hip, get a partner, chamber your leg without kicking, and then go from where your knee is kind of pointing more in front of your stomach to angling your knee directly
towards the wall.
Towards the wall.
I gotcha.
Or the knee away from the wall and your base foot towards it. So you're doing a 180.
Right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So your base foot toes are pointing towards the wall and your knee is opening up, your hips are opening up, out. What you have to do to make that happen is actually rotate your belly button and your pelvis towards the wall.
Okay.
Right? And now we're stretching the leg out and getting it loose. So what we'll do is we'll do the stretch on the floor. We'll get them up. We'll get them in position, opening up the leg. The leg will go out. We'll hold it instead of pushing from the foot will push from the knee.
Okay.
Right up nice
Yes.
and high,
Yep.
right? And then so go do your front split. And they'll go to split and they'll go melt.
It'd just be better. Yeah.
Just be better.
Yeah.
So a little bit against the PNF stretch in that.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
And then get them to now start to get the kick to come further around.
Yes.
Right?
Around the back to hit the target.
Right?
Yeah.
Go past the guard.
Yep.
And they can see that they can actually get under the 6 to 12 centimeters in the tension. So that's what we're working on. Get warmed up, do the stretch already, right? And then get them against the wall and stretch out the wall, and then get them to go back into the stretch because they'll go further down. Get them stand up and see how much more they can actually get rotation.
And then you see that again quite a bit more in that.
What's really great is, for example, in sparring, someone goes in on the way back, especially someone who's novice, intermediate, even advanced. They don't go back very far on the retraction.
Right.
If you can lift your leg, just lift your leg up and rotate your hip and go by their guard, you have a really good chance of scoring on them.
Awesome.
You know, just lifting up. So that's what we've been working on for technical tactical this week.
Just trying to get their hips kind of opened up a little bit for the kick and wrapping around. That's
so
great.
Thinking about the positioning of the leg in terms of a technical tactical and why you would use it, and then how to work against it.
It's great because it's technical tactical to karate as well, but it's also good everywhere else and everything else that they'll ever do. You got to have that hip mobility for sure.
I remember the first time I went surfing, I could barely get up, but I remember being able to all right, I can put my foot over my head. I've got that.
Yeah.
So I was able to get onto the board a little bit quicker until someone's like, you just kind of lie on your stomach and pop. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's way easier.
I can do that.
Speaking of surfing, I'm going to Tofino next weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, not going surfing, but
Lucky dog.
yeah, it'll be good.
All right, that's mine.
Just
Tofino, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful
Anybody
place
who doesn't
on
live on
the West
Vancouver Island has no idea what I'm talking about.
Coast. We got to get Nick up to Tofino. He'll like that.
Nick's never been?
Nick's just been in Victoria.
Fair. Fair. All right, my fitness training tip of the week. I want to talk about the optimal joint characteristics for karate. So when we look at joints, and again, I kind of picking this because there's been some joint issues in a few different things. That's right. So when we look at joints, there's two different properties that we have in joints. We have what's called stiffness, which means they're thick and strong and they don't break very well. Those are good if you don't want to get injured. Those are good for injury prevention. But then there's also what we call compliant, which is the opposite, that their ability that they're able to stretch and they'll be able to react even more. Compliant joints are going to be good for generating movements in karate. So we want compliant joints for the most part because we're bouncing, we're using that kinetic energy, we're trying to move through. We want compliant, loose, snappy joints, but we want them to be stiff enough or strong enough that they're not going to break or they're not going to hurt when we do something silly in class and fall over or whatever. So a couple different things that you can do. In the gym, you just want to do basic resistance training, isolating the joints. So for your knees, you can do like leg extensions on the machines like we got here, or leg curls.
A lot of those.
Good. Those are going to help build the stiffness or the strength of the joints in your knee. You can also do things for the arms, tricep extensions, bicep curls, those kind of things. Anything for the shoulder to try and build the strength. But you want to do that first, but then you want to go and do some plyometric training, like bounds, where you're kind of jumping back and forth, shuttles, different things like that, agility ladder, hurdles, that kind of thing, because that's what's going to build that bounciness, the compliance, that kind of thing. So go into the gym, do your isolation exercises first. Let's just say your leg extensions, do those first, do a set of those. Once you're done those, go back into the gym and start doing like some agility ladder or some hurdles, or do some shuttle runs or whatever it is that you're working on that day. Any plyometric stuff where your joints are kind of compressing and then expanding nice and fast. So you want to get them working nice and fast. But do those stiffness first. So do the isolation stuff first, then do the plyometrics, and then you're going to have optimal joints for karate, which again are stiff, but more compliant, that they can actually do the movements.
I saw this exercise on Twitter where you lie on your stomach, someone's sitting on your heels.
Okay.
And then you do a hamstring curl and bring your body up.
Okay. That's
not for knees, it's for hamstrings. But
hamstrings attached to the...
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So I was thinking that we could do in the Karate Club, but I want to get your take on how... Is that safe? Can we just... Sure. But I kind of looked at it, I thought, it kind of might not be safe.
It's kind of not safe in the sense that sometimes instead of using their hamstrings, they'll pull with their back. So whenever your heels are pinned, you're going to be more inclined to use your core or your back to kind of pull yourself up. So as long as you're safe with it and actually pulling with the hand, really, really focusing on that, having that mind muscle connection
Totally,
to the hamstrings, you can do it. What I actually prefer to do is very similar. Is still you're on your knees, you're holding the hamstrings, but instead of coming up, you're trying to resist yourself on the way down. Good one. Your legs are extending and your hamstrings are working so that you're not falling flat. Oh, it's good. It's good. And you really want to try and control it as much as you can. Sweet. And what's good if you use one of our Bosu balls is you have that in front of you. So you have somebody holding your ankles, you have a Bosu ball in front of you, and you're controlling your legs extending as you go on, and you're trying to control as much as you can. Once you get back to the Bosu, you push yourself back up, and then you do it again. So you can do that over and over again. Those ones really work the hamstrings. In that motion, because the muscle's lengthening, we call it eccentric. Those are actually better for plyometric exercises. So that's actually going to be better than the muscle shortening where you're bringing yourself up. You want to kind of do those extensions. Those eccentric exercises are actually better for a few different things. I love it when we can do stuff with just body weight or a partner where we don't need to stuff. 100%. Yeah. Oh, I got to send this video. It's called like Sepfo's Wrestling Club. Okay. These guys are they have like 10 to 14-year-old kids, like boys, doing these insane plyometrics, super strong. Oh, yeah? And then one of the exercises they're doing was similar to that. I'll send it to you. Okay, let me see. Yeah. I think we're going to use some. There's a lot of research going in right now to youth strength training because before it was like a big no-no, like you don't do that. Now you still have to be smart about it in terms of like not loading their spine too much before their bones are fused. But strength training for youth is not only healthy, but it's beneficial. Like absolutely, you should be doing strength training from 10 years old. They're finding now, like young youth athletes, youth individuals can actually start doing some strength training. Again, more isolation stuff and not loading the spine or loading the structure. But they can absolutely do some strength training. So there's a video I saw like some girl like 12, and she's like, I can never do a push-up. She did a push-up, and every day she videotaped herself doing push-ups until like after like 3 months she could do 100. Awesome. Yeah, push-ups are perfect. Push-ups are no problem at all. I heard somebody tell me that I think it was like 9-year-old, their friend's 9-year-old daughter was like squatting 150 pounds or something like that. I said, you tell your friend to stop doing that right now and just got to do like body weight squats. Like you're going to crush your spine. But yeah, so there it is. That's my fitness training tip of the week. Awesome. Well, we almost banged this podcast out again. We're just flying through these things every week. We got them coming out. We got something new. Sometimes there's not a tournament really to talk about like in this one. It gives us the opportunity to talk about this stuff. That's right. And we always got something to talk about. We always got something in the karate world. But you know me, I can talk. No. Yeah, not you. And I think you picked up the gift of the gab. No, it just bounces off. I remember when we were driving back from Kelowna or something like that. It was like, you're like, you could just tell me to shut up at any time. I was like, no, you keep going because I'm getting tired and I'm going to fall asleep if you don't keep me awake. So 4 hours. Yeah. So there we go. It's good. We got the gift of the gab here on the Karate 360 podcast. And you guys feel free to join in our conversation anytime. Send us a message. Send us a comment, whatever. Send us cake. You can send us whatever you want. I don't care. Ice cream cake. Actually, you know what? Was it eat 90% of the time? 90% eat well. 10%. Go for it. That's right. Eat clean and moderate. Eat clean and treat yourself in moderation. That's what I like to say. Awesome. All right. So thanks for tuning in to this episode, guys. Remember, they're available Monday, sometimes earlier. Usually I've been throwing them out on like Fridays and Saturdays. Just I want to get them out there. So keep an eye. Whenever they're out there, they're out there. Find the Karate 360 podcast on Facebook as well as our website, karate360podcast.com. I'm Kalen Anglos for all my stuff. Rich Mazda. We'll talk to you guys next week. San Rokumaru. Sweet. Off.